This is gonna be cool.
The topics and opinions expressed on the Dudes and Beer podcast are intended for an audience of 18 and up and are solely those of the host and guests. They neither reflect the opinions or values of either the sponsors of Dudes and Beer or your mother. I mean, seriously. Have you ever heard these guys? They'll talk about anything.
Whoa, hey, you think they're gonna show it? They'll probably just blur it out. Whoa, check it out, Beavis.
Grab your beverages and turn up your interweb. Solving the world's problems 12 ounces at a time. It's Dudes and Beer.
They travel in the time of the prophets on the desert highway straight to the heart of the sun.
Well, hello everybody, and welcome once again to the Dudes and Beer podcast, coming to you live from the cave here at Austin Music Rooms in Austin, Texas. I am Chris Jordan, your host, here once again as always with our good friends Stephen Bishop and Nelson Kugle.
Hello, mates.
How are y'all doing? We all just got
fantastic.
even Stephen with his partial.
Well, that's the thing. I told him if he didn't fucking miss a lens, he wouldn't have fucking shit in his eye, man.
That's it.
I'm shaking one eye.
We all just got eye shagged by our beers as we opened them.
It reminds me of my boyfriend last night.
I know. Oh God! Don't let your girlfriend find out about him. She seems like a really nice girl.
She's fantastic.
And he's a decent guy, but. It's been a week since we've all been together. All kinds of fun has been had. We've been just sitting back, hanging out, talking about all kinds of stuff, ready to get into it tonight.
You ever rode down the highway with no windshield?
I have.
Yeah, it's cool riding a motorcycle, mate.
Yeah.
Oh, yeah. Yeah, I forgot about a motorcycle.
We've got the one-eyed podcast monster named Stephen Bishop with us tonight.
Where's my booty, mate?
With his one-lensed glasses on.
Bring me the winch.
Where's my prisoner so I can rape it?
While we come up with some more fun banter about Stephen and his missing lens, let's hear this message from our sponsor real quick. Do you love Halloween? Do you like DIY projects? ScaryDad.com is your one-stop shop for everything DIY, from projects and food recipes to book and movie reviews, as well as the awesomely awesome Scary Dad podcast. Halloween is not just a day on the calendar. It's a state of mind. So don't sit around wondering what you're going to do this holiday season. Log on to ScaryDad.com to join the mailing list. Get the latest ScaryDad.com news and updates, from projects and DIY videos to recipes and reviews. It's everything you've ever wanted in a DIY website and more. So stop on by and visit them online today. That's ScaryDad.com. Once again, that website is ScaryDad.com. All right, and we're back.
Getting all over me.
Yeah, I know. It's everywhere.
I'm still finding truth.
This beer is volatile.
It's everywhere you want to be, Stephen.
Yeah. Like pizza.
We're actually drinking some nice mosaic. You know, it's not often that we actually talk about. Often that we actually talk about the beer that we're drinking, and we should talk about that more frequently. You know, really talk about. Sometimes it's. I'll be straight with you, folks. Sometimes we don't talk about it because it's as simple as Lone Star. Sometimes it's top of the line, like it is tonight, which is some nice, vibrant mosaic by our local friends, Hops and Grain. We love those guys. They've got all kinds of good brews
Mine
out there.
Mine is 1754 red beer.
Mosaic is definitely one of those that is their... it is the top of the line as far as they go. Yeah. As far as their beer selection, I think Mosaic is definitely the most... bouquet one that they have. Yes. It's fantastic.
I think it's a nice blend of what they got, you know, kind of like...
It is. It's interesting because it is... it is very much the palette of Zoe and Greenhouse.
Yes.
But at the same time, there's this flowery finish to it that's really... subtle and smooth and really crisp.
Flour in my beer.
Really crisp, you know. It's just really nice. I love it.
Is it like 2 peas in a pod, mate?
It is like 2 peas in a pod, right? Right.
Right. You know, I also think it's kind of dark, rich, and hoppy. It kind of reminds me of a dark pale.
Okay.
Maybe not like an IPA necessarily, but more of like a pale ale.
At least you have a hoppy beer and not a sad beer.
That's true.
Was that a pun, mate?
It was. That was punny.
Good.
That was
good.
Steven's pun.
Hey, do you know why? Do you know why Wendy's why their burgers are square?
No,
because they don't cut corners.
I love it. I love it.
That's classy. So I just came up with a great idea. You know, we've got a lot of things launching with Dudes and Beer right now. We've got all kinds of fun RSSs up from distributors from across the country, beer manufacturers, as well as some Comic-Con, some auto shows, things like that. Quite a few of them are around Texas. Guys, if you're out there, if you're across the country, across the world, you have a favorite beer, you have a favorite...
Let us know.
Favorite car magazine, let us know what news you want to know about, and we'll put it up there. That's what we're all
what
about.
beer we should try, you
all
know?
Over. Well, no, I mean, seriously, it's interesting because we just started the official Dudes and Beer Twitter about a week or so ago, and we've been getting some good retweets, stuff like that, just off of our RSS feeds.
Hell yeah.
And it's fantastic because people are really enjoying the stuff that we're putting out there, and it's great to know that listeners are out there, people are out there. One of the things we're really excited about is the upcoming Dudes and Beer host blog. We're gonna be, and Nelson is oohing like he hasn't heard about it. That's why I love Nelson.
I'm trying to make it like the audience is like, this is new to everyone.
It is new to everyone. Steven has actually already put a couple out there, so for those of you that are listening, feel free to go check out Steven's posts there. We have not officially launched them yet, but Steven is such a go-getter. He is so vibrant.
You can't give me information and not expect me to use it.
Do something with it. Don't give Steven a string if you don't want it fucking pulled. That's the fact of the matter.
If I give you my girlfriend, are you going to use her?
He's going to do something with her.
Oh.
As long as you give him the rules of what not to do, I'm here to tell you right now, as a web coder, as long as you give Steven the rules of what not to do,
he'll follow.
He will follow those rules.
Good.
That's true. I do follow rules, though.
All right, good.
Yeah.
So,
I do follow rules.
Yeah.
I might be crazy, but I do follow rules.
Good.
Well, and it was great. He put some stuff out there. It was fantastic. And I'd be like, wait. We haven't officially launched the blog yet. So we'll be making an official announcement this upcoming week about it. And that will officially start 1 week a month where each one of us basically take over the Dudes and Beer website. Where, it will be different people. A lot of the weight's been pulled by me until recently, and it's getting to the point where, it is a lot. Between 2 podcasts, between doing work for clients, hell, even being on the road for 3 weeks. I mean, I had about a week and a half off. I get to leave again this Friday for a week out of town again in Houston.
Oh, man, we're going to miss you again.
I know. For just a week, though, this time. It's not going to be 3 weeks straight. But with those kind of things happening, I really do have to kind of put in the infrastructure and make the stuff happen to where other people can do stuff as well. Not just that, but it's the fact that I want our listeners to know us.
Right.
Whenever they come out to a live event, I want them to know about each of us. We all have absolutely differing personalities. We may agree on a lot of things. We may be on the same line with a lot of stuff. But literally, our personalities and our lifestyles are friggin' 12, 3, 6, and 9 on a clock.
Right.
Like, there aren't any of them that are right there next to each other. Sure, we're all musicians in our own right. But aside from that, we all live hugely different lives. Like, I live the life of a road AV technician.
Yep.
Nelson lives the life of a musician and an installer for a cleaning company. I mean, we all do different things.
Accounts manager.
Accounts manager.
Excuse me.
Accounts manager. That's even better. And literally, though, like, he's an avid gamer. He's an avid vinyl fan. We were just talking earlier about possibly doing vinyl nights.
Whoop, whoop.
Where we actually sit back and spin some new vinyl that came out and sit back and talk about it.
That's
Speaking
awesome.
of new vinyl listeners, just got, what's this? Oh, hey, look, this is not a surf. High and low on
Dude.
vinyl.
I know, right? Tell
How
us
many
about
people
that.
remember
That's an
that?
incredible. Nelson goes out to LA. As a matter of fact, the feeds that we do have from the few vinyl, if you know of any vinyl
Junkies?
shows,
Yes.
vinyl websites,
Yes.
things like that have RSS feeds, let me
do.
know, because I
Okay.
want to put those on the site. Because
Okay.
there are definitely a bunch of people like myself and you that are vinyl fans out there.
Definitely.
And I definitely want to provide those updates, news, swap meets. I know you're always going to record swap meets and
Yes.
stuff like that. So
Yes.
any kind of news like that you can find from an aggregate source, let me know and we'll put it up, dude.
Cool.
And now tell us about this find of Not a Surf, because it was pretty incredible.
It is pretty incredible. There's this incredible company called Vinyl Me Please.
Do they put out incredible albums?
They do, actually, Christopher.
At
They put
incredible
out
rates?
retro
Vinyl Me
albums
Please.
At
Incredible-
incredible rates.
For incredible.
Let me tell you something,
yes.
Christopher. You can actually finance an album per month for only $27.49.
Oh yeah.
No,
how many?
actually-
How many installments?
That's only one installment per month, as long as you want to stay on. There is no guarantee. There is no written contract. You pay month to month, and you get what you want.
That's it.
Benefits might be including.
That's it. Sorry, but the Micro Machines guy died, so it's all done by algorithm now. But anyway,
Vinyl Me Please.
Vinyl Me Please.
It's a monthly subscription. It's like $27 a month. You get a vinyl each month, and they also put hidden records inside your monthly subscription.
Oh, okay. So it's kind of like the Dollar Shave Club for vinyl.
Yeah, because sometimes you'll get like $40 worth, and you're like, whoa. And it's every fucking record's always 180 gram. It's audiophile, and it comes with crazy like pictures and booklets and lithographs that weren't ever released with it.
That's great.
Yeah,
That is
because what
awesome.
they get to do is they really get to do a lot of research on that vinyl and then press it out. Like today, I just got this month's, which is I don't remember, but it's a Smithsonian record of this old black blues guy that did some crazy like swampy blues back in the 30s.
Nice.
And the Smithsonian,
yeah.
Vinyl Me Please got together and brought this record back.
Yeah.
But a couple months ago, they did Not a Surf, High and Low, which everyone might know. The
Yeah, I
big
do.
famous 90s song, Popular.
Yeah.
That was on that album. That CD album was never released to vinyl.
Yeah.
And they finally released it to vinyl, but only Vinyl Me Please did it. You can't just go out and go get it.
Yeah.
Like,
Yeah,
it's not
well,
like at
the,
Best Buy.
At the time Not a Surf came out, early mid-90s,
Vinyl
all
wasn't
that
as
stuff.
huge.
Vinyl, it
CD
was still
was huge.
It was still
It was
there.
big.
It was still
there.
there, but it was
Yes.
mainly in European release,
Yes.
and it was mainly large bands.
That was
put it
my
out.
time
Yes.
frame. I
Like,
remember that.
One
yeah.
of my biggest regrets, actually, as a pseudo vinyl
I like
collector. I'm not going to call myself a vinyl collector because I don't have a list of vinyl that I want to collect.
Sure.
It was one of those, like, I had my holy grails. Like, I wanted all of the Pink Floyd albums on vinyl.
Correct.
I wanted all the Beatles albums on vinyl.
Right.
Whether they're first release or second release didn't really matter. Most of mine are first release for Pink Floyd. Most of them are, I think, first or second for Beatles, Led Zeppelin, Grateful Dead, all my big bands that I loved. And I had quite a few other than that. But for me, it was something that it really just blew my mind. Number one, how much vinyl could be, especially now.
Sure.
But at that point, in the 90s, like when I was in Rome, I remember seeing Pink Floyd Division Bell on vinyl.
Ooh.
And for those of you that
record
know
now.
me, like that's one of my albums, like
good-
straight up. I don't care what anybody says.
That
I'm
was
a
a-
fan of all Pink Floyd.
That was a devil
and
tempting you,
I'm
Chris,
a
like-
fan of post Waters Floyd.
Yes.
And that album to me was just one of those that like I listened to ad nauseum and
Right.
can still listen to ad
Nice.
nauseum, like every day for the rest of my life, and I'll be all right.
Hell yeah.
Division
and
Bell.
there it was,
Nice.
and I had enough money for two things.
Awesome.
One of two things, and it was either Pink Floyd Live at Pompeii on CD.
Oh, got that on DVD.
I have that on DVD.
Yeah.
Well, this was a European CD release.
Nice.
So I actually have a Live at Pompeii like bootleg CD, and there was Division Bell on vinyl. And I was like, I can't listen to vinyl while
Right.
I'm here.
Yeah.
And I'm here
Did
for
you
a
even
sym-
have a record player
and
in the
then-
crib?
I did have one at home. Yeah, it wasn't a fantastic one like what I have now. Now I have like some nice Technics turntables.
Yeah.
You know, like some nice, at least professional grade DJ style
Yeah.
turntables. So if I want to do something crazy with them, I can do crazy stuff.
Nice.
You know, I can do all kinds of backspins and shit like that. But really, it's more about the weight of the needle on the record, and making sure that there is some proper weight there.
Yeah, the tracking. You know, not too hard,
Before
too
that. Before that, I'd always had just basic record players. You
Sure.
know, it was something that was like installed. Like we still have the one that was the piece of furniture when I was a kid.
Yeah.
with my
Oh,
brother.
yeah, I remember those,
Oh, yeah.
dude.
I need to get with your dad actually.
Yeah.
Because he would be the one that would know where the fuck to find those needles.
Yeah.
He would know exactly where the fuck to
Well,
find
You remember
those
that
needles.
cabinet at the
Yeah. Yeah. It's nothing but needles. I know. No. You know what?
You have a cabinet
This is
full
a
of
rare.
needles?
This
He's
is
got
a
a
rare
shit ton of
moment,
needles.
ladies and gentlemen.
Holy
Chris
cow,
Jordan.
dude.
Chris Jordan is breaking the rule and pulling out his phone
Whoa.
in the middle of the show.
Does
I
Chris,
got it.
Steve, is Chris on his phone?
I am on my phone
Is
right
he?
now.
Oh my
and this is a no-no.
God.
This is a
I'm
no-no.
ignoring Chris because he's on
But
his phone.
I know.
Oh
I
my
know.
God.
Chris is a horrible,
You are a
horrible
bad
human being.
person,
I'm a
Christopher.
bad example
What
of a man.
bad person.
You know, I've been known to.
You are so bad.
I've been known to
I'm
shake
getting
babies.
super pissed.
You shit on babies?
I've been known to shake babies. Yeah.
Oh, I thought you said I've been known to shit on babies. I'm like, God.
too.
I shut it on a little baby. It was screaming. I was like, shut up.
I shredded him right out.
Let's see. Turntable.
God. Sorry, folks. There's beer involved in tonight.
There's
But-
some Quaaludes.
But
No,
yeah,
just
yeah,
kidding.
your dad would be the exact dude that I would need that would be able to find these needles. Because, man, we've been looking all over for. I spent a good bit of time looking for them here in Austin.
He's probably got him at the house.
I know, exactly.
And I need to
So-
play my Michael Jackson. I got Thriller. And
Chris,
Yeah.
Thriller.
Chris.
So Chris was talking about how like he had the old furniture record
Yes,
player,
and I remember my family used to have like
and it had the
lots of those.
turntable up on top, right?
Like
Yep.
if the thing lifts
Yes.
up, right? And the
Yeah.
speakers
Check
are all
this
down there
out.
like
Yeah, ours was a lift up.
Yes.
Yeah,
It was
the
like
lift up.
a bureau.
Yeah,
My
yeah.
dad has something like that, but what this does is instead of up on top, there's nothing up on top except a little turn dial. It looks like an old rotary phone.
What?
And what this does,
Yeah.
this holds 30.
Yeah.
30.
Yeah.
30.
You can hold a stack of 30 albums
30,
in it.
33 in the third record. If you put it on continuous play, it will play for 72 hours.
Where in the hell did he find that?
He got it a long ass time ago. I've been trying to find
Yeah.
one and I can't find one.
Yeah,
I can't.
no,
I
I
want
saw-
one
I've
bad.
never seen one like
because
that.
it's like a CD changer, but
Right,
for
right.
albums.
For albums.
Instead of having to get up and take a record off and put this one holds 30 of them, and you just hit continuous play and you can just sit there all fucking night.
Yeah.
I love it.
Yeah,
How
and
old
it
is
was
that thing?
made way back
Yeah,
when.
yeah.
74.
Wow,
Yeah.
It's a Seabird.
Still, that blows my mind.
Oh,
That's
it's amazing.
That's
Yeah,
some
no,
freaking
they
cool,
were-
dude.
And then it's got audio out, so he's got these big speakers
Yep.
in the garage.
No way.
So it's like surround sound.
Yeah,
my
no,
gosh.
it's great.
And you
dude.
seen that, Chris? You
Oh
seen
no,
it?
no, I
Yeah,
was
he-
there.
he
Yeah,
was
I've
doing all
seen
the
it.
audio.
Were you tripped out?
Yeah, I provided all the audio for the Kugle compound New Year's Eve party.
Dude.
Which will be going on next year.
Hell
and you
yeah,
better
dude.
make it out.
Yeah, I'm calling off now.
We're making it a yearly thing. I'm going to have the same band from Seattle come down.
You know what we should
Listeners.
do? You know what we should? And I'm not trying to presuppose anything here. I don't want to presuppose anything, but I would love to do a private event.
Presumptuous.
I would love to do a private podcast party. You know,
do it.
just like 30 listeners, something like that.
That would be fucking
That'd
awesome.
be fun as hell, dude.
just
To
a nice
have-
big round table.
just
Everyone
have a nice
chill out.
Well, no, just have a nice kegger.
Yes.
Do an episode.
Dude, that
maybe
would be
have
sick.
maybe have a Q&A.
Yes.
You know, where we can have people ask us questions.
Or
stuff
how about
that.
there's a small little party going on and we have each like a one person come
Now,
in and just
here's one of the things that I've
that
actually
would be
been
a-
looking
that's a
at because
fucking awesome
we do
idea.
have another
Pretty little hot number over in the corner. What do you want to say?
we do have another Meekum coming up in April. We've been invited to the Meekum in Houston. For
Cool.
those of you that haven't heard, we did the Meekum Auto Show live here in Austin. It was, well, live to tape, as it's called in broadcast. We did it live, then we put it out. There was no editing involved, nothing like that. But
And they want us back.
They were so happy with what we did
Fuck
and
yeah.
how we did it. They have given us a space for the one in Houston, and I want to go so
We
bad.
have to go.
We have to go.
That-
We
We
have
have
to
to
go.
To be asked back, that's awesome.
Yeah, that's amazing.
You know what I mean?
I know.
That's
That's really cool.
It's
That
great.
is really
it's
so
great.
It
fucking
says a
big.
lot about you.
Well, thank you.
Sure
It says
does.
a lot about us
Sure
Yes.
as a
does.
show
Yes.
and about what we're doing.
Right.
And it was interesting
That
because
is
whenever we did it, Dave Morton, the head of media, was like, we haven't been approached by anything like that.
Yeah.
And
That's
I'm
pretty cool.
so surprised
Yeah.
of
Me
that.
too. I was pretty
You know?
surprised of
And
it
that's
as well.
really cool.
How can you
No,
not?
it was
I
great.
know.
Dude, they
It's
set
like-
us up in the gold bitter section.
Free
like,
beer, free snacks.
It was
Yeah.
it was
It was
the best
the
thing in the
tits.
world.
Dude, it was
tit
tits.
balls. It was tits.
I mean, it was
tits.
honestly so
I
fucking
couldn't
awesome.
describe it with a better word than tits.
Tits.
It was tits.
And have you, listeners, have you ever seen men or, women of the same sex? Have you ever seen a really nice rack of boobs just right there and you're like, and it's just in a great situation.
That's
You've had a
tits.
few beers and you're like, holy shit, those are absolutely the most fantastic breasts I've ever seen.
Those are perfect.
I want to hold them. I want to be cool. I want to be good with them. Like, they're amazing.
Well, I want to be their friends, and
Yes.
not only that,
And while
not
you
only,
hold them, you can watch the nice cars coming down.
oh.
well, and not only
That's
not
like
only
rubbing
that,
the clit while
to
holding the boobs.
To me, okay, that's a bit much.
Oh,
But,
sorry.
but to me, that's one of those things of how could you not believe in a greater being?
Yes.
How could you not believe in something greater than yourself? It was something like that walking around.
Yeah.
You didn't make that. Ain't no human made that.
No, you
But what
Well,
I
their
want,
mother and father did.
what I want for Dudes and Beer for that, we're gonna have merch by that point.
Cool.
We gotta have merch
Yep.
because I want us to have a prize wheel.
Yeah.
And-
Wheel of
and-
morality. Turn,
and-
turn, turn.
and
I got a prize for
and
him.
Tell
on
us the lesson that we
shall
shall learn.
And not only that, but on the prize wheel is a 5-minute guest spot.
Nice.
Yeah.
So
Damien? What was that dude's name?
what's that?
Daywan? Damien? What was the dude we interviewed who was working
Yeah,
for Nika?
something like that. Yeah.
John Kramer.
No, the other dude that was shining the cars.
Yeah.
Oh, Damon, yeah.
Damon.
Damon,
No,
yeah.
I'm with
That
you
dude
now.
was
I'm with you.
legit.
That
Yeah,
dude was
yeah,
the
he was
dope
good.
ass, dude.
Dude,
he
he
was
was
giving
good,
us
dude.
all the lowdown on
Yeah.
the cars.
Yeah,
that
but
were
he
coming
wasn't
through.
just some dude that just got a job. The dude
No.
was fucking intelligent.
Right.
He knew
Right.
his fucking
No.
cars. He came from cars.
Like he helped. He bought
Yes.
that car and helped build
He
it.
was in that section for a reason, and
It
he
was
knew his
so
shit,
cool.
you know?
So
Yeah,
cool.
no,
Yeah,
he
he
was
knew.
like he
Yep.
was definitely one of the higher ups of
Yeah.
the car dealership.
Yes.
And
Yeah.
he was cool just to even engage
Yeah,
with
Oh,
us.
it was
definitely.
great.
Very
it was
legit.
great. And that's what I'm about. I mean, Steven has actually gone out. And like I said, Steven, you give Steven a string, he's going to fucking run with it, dude. He ain't just going to pull and see what happens.
What if
That
he can-
motherfucker's going to take off. He's going to fucking mad dog that shit down the block.
If you give him a penis, will you pull on it?
Well,
Hey, like I said, he'll run with that shit and keep going.
Ow.
does it got boobies attached to that?
Yes. Wow, that's weird.
Very
I didn't
tiny
wanna know
ones,
that.
Steven, but yeah.
I didn't want to know that.
This
long as they're
episode is getting a little dark in some places.
Were we supposed to
gentlemen.
talk about cell phones? Isn't that the whole reason we can't record?
Yeah, the rant about the cell phone. Yeah.
Because we did have some gold going about cell phones there, didn't we?
Oh, shit.
That's so cool, dude.
This is good.
But yeah, no, there are some growth patterns here, and
Right.
we've definitely grown just in the number of episodes that we've had. We've definitely gotten more audience. We've started getting more Twitter followers, things like that. And I want to see us keep growing.
Hell yeah,
I want to
man.
see us get to the point where we are doing this show live on
Yeah.
the weekly, live.
Yep.
Like there is that, like, it'll be recorded and put out on other forums
Yeah.
as well, but it will be live to like Spreaker every week.
Right.
Something like that, like live internet feed.
Yeah.
That's my hope and my goal over the next year.
I just
is
think
to get
it's-
to the point where we're doing stuff like that.
For
And
sure.
Steven actually went out where I was going
That's right.
was when I went to Vegas. I was there for all of a day.
Yeah.
And he fucking texts me and he's like, "Hey man, does Dudes and Beer possibly want to go do like a band release? Like I ran across this label here locally at a show and they're doing a release of some of their bands, like a showcase, and they want to possibly have us as part of their show.
Cool.
To come out and maybe
There's
like
a nice punk rock scene.
Yeah.
and
Nice.
a few of the band members of
Love
different
punk.
bands work in my place of work, and they hit me up. They were having this I guess getting their name out there, the label and stuff. So all the bands were playing at Spider House and stuff like that, and they hit us up. They were like, and then of course Chris was out of town at the time, and then so that was a big event, and but they're still very much interested. Like tonight
That's cool.
is kind of like something going down, but
Yep.
not as big as that event was.
Yeah,
Well,
it's the
like I
Americana
said, to
Awards.
me, it's one of those things. Like I told Steven, as much as I'd love to go out and talk
Right.
business with him tonight,
Right.
I'm not going to do it on a belly
Right.
full of beer after
Right.
doing a show.
Right.
That's kind of disrespectful to business.
Right.
But I definitely those are the kind of things that I want us to be involved in. Those are the kind of things that I think we have to be involved in. Because that's
Definitely
like
puts the
square in
word
middle.
out there.
Well, not
People,
just that. It's the
seeing
fact
faces
of
and
it's the fact of personalizing it,
Yeah.
bringing in what we're about. We're all about live music. We're all about shit like that. We're all about cars. So yeah, if we can go out and produce a live show and make a live show happen at an auto auction,
Yeah.
man, let's go out and make it happen.
Right.
If we can go out to a local brewery
Yeah.
Yep.
and make an
Yeah.
event of a night
Right.
and make it happen, hell yeah.
And that's
I
what
got
I want to
that's
do.
great.
I got a good brewery we can go to.
What's that?
Which one?
Whitestone Brewery.
Okay.
It's up in Round Rock.
All right.
Cool.
I'll talk
Cool.
to the owner. I know him. He's one
Yeah,
of my
well, and I
cigar guys.
definitely want to go to
Dude,
the. I
that's
definitely want to
awesome.
go to the build shop.
Yeah, Mercury Charlie.
Yeah,
Oh, Mercury Charlie,
Dude, we
yeah.
gotta go do a show at Mercury Charlie. Look, you're
Ah.
wearing a Mercury Charlie shirt.
Always. I love this shirt.
But that's what I'm saying. Like,
Yeah.
we got to go out and do things live at places like that. It's one thing to have people in the studio. It's another thing to go to their place.
Sure.
You know,
He would fucking love that, dude.
like that'd be sweet as hell.
By that time,
Yes.
we'll have some merch, perhaps,
Yes.
and some stuff like that.
Yes.
You know?
But if
that's what
and
I'm
here's the
saying.
deal, if we give him some heads up, this is funny, we're talking business on the podcast.
I know, right?
If we do that, we could have some bands there and a huge crowd.
No, that's what I'm saying.
Yes.
That's what I'm saying. That's what I want to bring to places. As someone who used to book bands, as
Yes.
someone who is a musician, like
Right.
I understand that it's much more. It's much easier to create an event around something like a podcast where you have a couple bands come in and play, you have a comedian come in, you have somebody warming up the crowd who's going to go out and interact with the hosts while on microphone and asking people questions, letting people have the mic, they ask a question, things like that, we answer it, whatever.
That would be fun. That would.
So, maybe we do some boob signing. Who knows?
I love signing
Who
boobs.
knows?
Oh, I like those. like
And
boobs.
that's all boobs, everybody. Men deserve some boob
Boobies.
love.
Yeah.
Boob love, dude.
I'll sign a man's boob. I got nothing wrong with that.
I love men's boobs.
So, and see, Amy thinks we should veer away from things like that. I'm like, hey, if the place wants to have a boob signing, bring out the
Dude,
boobs.
it's dudes and
Whatever.
beer. Why
Not
is there
just
no
that,
boobs?
But we also need to work
I like
on
the way them, too,
we also
like-
need to work on the cigar shop.
Is the right one?
We need to start doing
The same.
regulars from there.
Yeah.
And I'm serious about that. We need to start doing regular shows from the cigar shop.
Habana House just opened a new location. I don't see why we can't get our foot in there.
Where's that
Dude,
one?
sincerely,
It's
let's talk to them
183
about
Lakeline.
that. Let's talk to them about that. It's
Okay.
a little bit of a
Yeah.
jaunt for everybody, but hell, man,
I'm
if
down.
we,
Shit.
But
dude,
you can smoke cigarettes.
you
in there,
can
too.
smoke cigarettes, you can smoke cigars, you can bring
Yes.
they've got
Bring your own
beverages
beer.
there. You've got bring your own also.
You can bring liquor, wine,
Yeah.
beer, whatever you fucking
So
want.
we could all totally like rendezvous here.
Yes.
Technically, since
Or-
we're cool with Cuba now, can we smoke Cuban cigars?
We ain't cool with Cuba like that,
Oh.
right? That's
Why
Iran we're cool with like that.
Why wouldn't you be able to smoke a Cuban cigar?
Because we're under embargo with Cuba?
No, we can get Cubans in America now.
I don't know
Yeah,
about that.
about a year
That's
ago.
what I thought I heard.
Oh, yeah?
Yeah.
Okay.
That's what
Yeah,
I thought I heard.
Pretty
yeah.
sure you can get Cubans now.
Yeah, that's what I thought I heard.
But
Okay.
even if we couldn't get Cuban cigars, you
Right.
can still smoke a Cuban.
Yeah.
I had my
I had-
cousin was in the Air Force. He got me a
Yeah.
Cuban Monte Cristo.
Yeah,
and
I've
I
had
smoked
nu-
that shit in public. It's not
No,
a big deal.
no, I've had numerous Cuban cigars,
Yeah.
and they're fantastic. But they were definitely brought across the border illegally, like by the box.
Yeah,
Nah.
they're good. I just don't want to see what the big deal is.
Well, I mean, it's potent. Like it'll get you spinning if you ain't used to a good. If you're not used to a
Really?
good cigar, yeah.
Well,
yeah.
if you're not used to it.
Yeah, if you're not used to smoking a foot, and I mean a good.
Just put it this way, Nelson. If I smoked one, what would it do?
Have you ever had a cigar?
Been a long time. I think.
What are you used to smoking on a cigar?
That was about 7 years ago, I think. When
What
I had
color is the wrap? What
maybe
color
a
is the
black and-
outside of it?
Ain't it clear?
Like
oh,
a black...
you mean the brown?
We're not talking about joints.
No. Like, are you talking about like maybe a Black and Mild or a Have a Tampa cigar?
So basically,
Swisher Sweet.
If y'all haven't
Swisher
caught
Sweet.
on yet, y'all should have said already. It's been way too long.
Should have gone Wolf Brand chili with it. That's it. How long's it been since you had a good burn of Wolf Brand chili?
Did it look?
Well,
did it
that's
look
too
anything
long.
like this?
New York City.
Yeah, because that's
that pretty. That thing looks pretty.
No,
this
that's
is a cane Daytona.
Usually, this thing I seen is kind of like down there.
wow, man. People giving you half-smoked cigars, son.
Is it this thick?
It's not pre-chewed. It's broken in, boy.
Is it usually that round?
I like them broken in.
Is it that color or is it darker?
Oh, on the outside?
Yes.
Yeah.
Hold on, let me see that thing again.
Yeah.
How about that color? Yeah.
And
it's
see,
that
that's
thick?
that's a medium.
Yeah.
That's
this
a
is-
medium.
Yeah, I've had one of the. I mean, I haven't.
This is a
smoked.
Maduro.
That
This
would be
is just
that'd be like a Maduro,
medium to
something
bold.
like that.
Medium to bold. Yeah.
Well, and
Yeah, I've
it's
smoked
like,
something like that.
and typically whenever you're talking to Cuban, it's not going to be like that.
No, it's like a double Maduro.
Yeah, it's at the least,
Yeah.
if not like fully friggin' dark.
Yeah.
Like it's some heavy smoke,
Like a Ligaro.
man.
Yeah.
And like I actually like to inhale my Cubans a little bit. Like
you like to inhale your Cubans,
Holy
huh?
shit!
Yeah.
You're hardcore, nigga.
Yeah, like no, that's,
You're hardcore, nigga.
I am. I used to have a tobacco right near my house in Houston, and I loved going there. That's when I really fell in love with it. It was right after my semester in Rome, oddly enough.
A tobacconist.
Yeah. It was great, dude. I could bring my pipe by,
Yeah.
and it was like, you could sample the goods and
Yeah.
see what was there.
Sampling
Yeah.
the goods, man.
I actually got to meet Mike. I got to meet Mike Butera there
No shit.
at a roller one night. He was there rolling.
Nice.
We all walked off with a whole bunch of cigars. It was
Mike
it was
Butera,
nice.
is he from Monte Cristo or?
He's from Butera Cigars.
That was a
Butera,
really
okay.
cool
Yeah.
movie, man.
Okay.
Yeah, it was, but absolutely incredible. And
Okay.
I mean, like, I love a good cigar.
Sure.
So to me, doing shows at places like that,
Yeah.
like, I'm all about that.
And
dude.
they'll give us free sticks for
Well,
sure.
I'm not even worried about.
I
free
know,
stuff.
and that's the best part. It's like we're not doing it for like if you want to go to
I'm doing it. I'm doing it about.
I don't like
creating.
sticks, I like boobies.
I'm doing it about making a vibe, making things happen. You
Yes,
know, like
and making a scene, a good, appropriate
That's
scene.
just it. That's just
Right,
it.
right,
you know,
right.
like I don't mind cursing here and there, stuff like that. But
I
hey,
like boobies.
it's gonna happen. I don't fucking mind it. But whenever it gets too crazy, it's like, maybe we should have backed
Just
off
like
that
I
a little
like
bit.
them taters.
Now, granted,
Like boobies.
Steve-o.
I like boobies. How many times did you say that already? I like boobies.
so, ladies and gentlemen, for those of you who are not aware,
Steve-O likes boobies.
Stephen Bishop is a fan of the boobies.
Hey, Christopher.
He has not designated a type of booby, which makes me believe
I'm not discriminating.
Men's boobie?
he doesn't care.
Yeah.
Oh, he doesn't care. Men or women boobies?
Just about the boobs.
You know, Chris,
It's kind of like Ron Tater Salad White, whenever he's like,
salad.
so I was doing this show down in Texas one time, and this old biker chick came up to me. She was like 60 years old, and she's like, hey, you want to see these? He's like, yes, I do. That's Steve-O.
that is Steve.
That's Steve-O. In a nutshell.
What's what you wish for?
Can he
do.
see better with his 3D glasses on?
He can.
Okay.
He can.
It puts everything in perspective since
It
I
puts-
already off a little bit anyway.
It puts Steve-O at an advantage over most of the world, you see, to wear the glasses like that.
He was like Mitch Hedberg there for a second. Did you hear that?
I did.
Gentlemen, ladies, if you're listening, rewind about 30 seconds
Yeah,
and listen
yeah.
to... Mitch Hedberg was in here for about 3 seconds.
Yeah.
I put them on because I think I can see better at night.
I can see better at night.
I think I can see better with my 3D glasses on.
Yeah. Oh my god.
Just like the
And
woman
I did
with
have those
3D
one
boobs.
time too.
You know,
They go to 4 at that point.
I've actually considered whenever I go to get my new glasses on Zinni Optical and that's not a plug or a drop, guys. Seriously, that's where I'm going to go. Like, I don't
Zinni
give a
Optical.
damn. That's the cheapest place online. I don't know what to tell you. They give me no money, but if you want to give me glasses, Zinni Optical, Zinni Optical, Zinni Optical, Zinni Optical. Now give me money!
This
But
is
I'm
not a
serious-
subliminal
yeah,
message.
yeah.
This is not a subliminal
I've
message.
seriously thought about making myself a pair of old school 3D glasses by ordering a pair of blue lenses and a pair of red lens sunglasses and then mixing them
Yes!
and making prescription 3D
Dude, that
glasses.
would be so fucking awesome.
Dude!
Prescription 3D glasses. You fucking gotta do it now.
I know.
You have to.
I know.
You
I know.
honestly, if you,
should-
don't do
you
it,
should
I will
follow
kill
up with
myself.
If I don't have
should follow
those,
up.
if I don't have those at every live show
Yes.
after Meekum,
Yes.
people should
You
be
should.
allowed to throw something at me.
Dude, but not only is it...
Nothing hard, ladies and
But
gentlemen.
they already call you Waldo. You have to have 3D glasses now.
I know.
You fit the stereotype of 3D glasses.
I do. No, if I was a bully in the 50s, I'd totally be the bully with the 3D glasses from
With like white frame
Yeah,
Wayfarers.
yeah, yeah.
Yes.
Whoa.
That
Yeah.
would be sick.
That'd
Perfect.
be awesome.
That's perfect. Right
I'm
there.
going to steal your idea.
Yeah, right.
Is your blood pressure still 90/45?
That is not my blood pressure.
Oh, okay.
I don't even know what a good blood pressure should be for a dude my size.
Isn't it
220?
No, it's
so, I don't
120
know.
over 80.
Beats
Yeah,
me.
yeah, yeah,
220.
120
120
over
90.
Yeah, something
220,
like that.
225, whatever
Whoa,
it takes.
no. That's you're going to die. That's hypertension, bro.
No, that you're seeing on the wall is actually from a month or so ago.
Penis sizes?
I was actually I was explaining 4-track operation of a 4-track recorder
Okay.
and how you estimate how much time you have on one side of a 4-track tape. Whenever you use a standard cassette tape.
And I think I was a student at the moment. I believe.
You were there,
Yeah.
but I believe I was actually talking to.
Wasn't talking to you, Steve.
No, you were here because we were getting ready to record.
One of those Steve-O moments where you
But-
think something was going on. It
It was actually the drummer from our band right over there,
our.
Barack.
Cool.
Barack.
Yeah, Barack.
Dude,
Yeah.
they're friggin' incredible. If you've never, ladies and gentlemen, if you live in Austin, please go out and check out the Our Band. If you live internationally, go to ourband.com.
HOUR?
This is a plug.
Or OUR?
HOUR, like hour, as in hourglass. And oh my god, dude.
Because
there
there
is
is their awesome
absolutely
band.
incredible.
You go see them, it
incredible
only takes
music.
an hour, so it's only an
Ah.
There's a band that I've heard of called Ours, and it's OURS.
Yeah. But Our Band. Is
Yeah,
the name
Our.
of it. Our Band.
I hear they're incredible.
And oh my god, they're friggin' they are
Yeah, they are
insanely
good.
awesome.
Is it just a 60-minute show?
I don't know. I haven't yet to be to one of their shows. I've sat in on a few of their practices. I've even jammed with them a little bit.
Nice.
Yeah, it was groove.
So
They've
fucking
been
cool.
they've been a guest on
Yeah.
Talking Sound.
What?
They-
I wish I was a guest. on Talking
They
Sound.
opened for Snoop a
know.
couple South Bys ago.
I think I remember that too.
Yeah.
I really
Get
do.
the fuck
I'm not
out.
just
Dead
saying that.
serious.
I think I actually do. I remember when the Snoop was here.
They're in with some
The
people.
Snoop.
They're in with some people
The
here
Snoop.
locally. Like they
Did they get to smoke
like,
some weed with
people. I don't
Snoop
divulge
and
things.
Willie
I don't
and
know what
our
they do in
band.
their personal life.
Marijuana is bad.
Marijuana
is that
is
what they
kind of
say?
bad if
Oh
you
my
don't
god.
yeah, use
I can't
marijuana
believe
properly.
It's
yeah,
very bad.
I
That's
wouldn't
so-
say that.
Oh.
I will never.
Cocaine's great.
I will never ever and I don't care who it is, children or what. I will never use the words marijuana is bad.
Right.
It's not.
Ever.
No.
I will say liquor and beer is bad before I say marijuana is bad. And here's why, boys and girls. I spent many years. Well, no, I spent many years working amongst people of both lifestyles. Drunks and stoners.
Yep.
Like, I worked at the biggest hippie club in Houston, where pretty much they closed the gate and locked the door, and people smoked weed openly outside.
Ooh, yummy.
And like an incredible atmosphere, absolutely amazing, never once an issue. I go and work at a rock and roll club where nothing but alcohol's served, and you can't smoke weed. There's fights and mosh pits everywhere.
Yeah.
Right.
Whether it's hippie music or not.
Right.
Yep.
But never once on a hippie night at the
you have
same
fights?
club where people would go outside to their car and smoke weed and come back. Were there ever once a problem or an issue or a fight or anything like that started? Never once.
Nope.
So far as I know, and we may want to Google this at some point. I'm not going to do it right now because I haven't set up the wireless network on my new phone.
You did what?
See, we're talking about phones now.
You did what?
I haven't set up the wireless network yet.
Holy shit, the world's gonna end.
I know.
He didn't do what he's supposed to.
Normally we would straight up Google that stat right here, right now, bam. But I would venture a guess that nobody has ever straight up died from marijuana ingestion. Marijuana in and of itself, by itself. With conjunction to other things, with perhaps a motor vehicle, sure.
Sure. Yeah,
Sure.
right. I can see that.
But somebody just smoking themselves to death on marijuana, I don't think
It's
so.
not possible.
But yet,
I
how
really don't
many
think
lives
so.
has alcohol taken? You know what I mean?
Oh, I saw
Just-
this really cool post. I don't remember.
Probably
don't quote me.
probably about 5 in the United States since we started this show.
Sure.
Right.
Yeah. Yep. And probably 2 of them were here in Austin.
Oh, last year, literally, I saw the statistic just at New Year, where it was, what was it, 350 fatalities on Austin roads in the last year? Dude, that clock's almost one a day.
Mm-hmm.
One a day.
Right. Yeah. Just
In a
Austin.
town this size?
Right.
Like,
Yeah.
I'd venture to say there ain't a million people here. I wouldn't say that there's a traffic fatality a day in Houston.
Dang.
Fatality?
Right. Yeah.
Not traffic. Is there a fatality? Is there a
Right.
shooting you're going to hear about every night on the Houston news? Fuck yeah.
Yeah.
But are you
Yeah.
going to hear about a
Traffic.
shooting? Are you going to hear about a traffic fatality?
Right.
No.
Right.
Like
Right.
we had almost one a day.
That's
That's
sad.
That's wrong.
sad.
That's wrong. And most of that, quite honestly, it's due to this.
Well,
like, I
yeah,
really want to
yeah.
find sponsorship from us from like Uber, Lyft,
Yeah,
things like
yeah,
that,
yeah.
to encourage people not to drink and drive.
No, for sure.
I see
You
a lot
know,
of stories. I'm sorry to cut
No,
you off.
no,
Nels,
no, no.
But I've seen a lot of stories where, like, fatalities from driving lately and stuff. I watched the local news vividly or whatever you want to call it. But, from like early morning hours and stuff like that.
Oh, no, that's when it happens.
I of course they're not going to say, whatever this person was, whatever, tell me at that moment when I hear that. But automatically in my mind, it's like, to me, it's kind of obvious, man. If you're out that...
Hell, what was it?
Right, why are you...
Yeah,
Yeah.
like 2 o'clock and you're down there by 6th Street. I kind of
If you're
what it is.
driving, and I pray to my wife, I pray for my wife every time she goes to her theater until midnight, 1 o'clock in the morning.
Right.
Because she is right there at the end of Dirty Sixth. Like, she's right there near the thick of it.
Yep.
And
Right.
it's not you I'm worried about. It's the other people on the
Yeah.
road. It's the
Right.
drunks on
Right.
the road that I'm worried
That's
about.
what I try to tell other people that I know. It's like, I'm riding with them and it might be my family that I'm, always criticizing or something, but it's like, I'm like, you gotta, worry about the other guy.
That's it. That's it.
Like, do yourself right too, but I'm always conscious of watching what's
Right.
around me.
Yeah.
And you got to do that because you pretty much got to drive for the other driver almost sometimes.
Yeah, absolutely. Now,
And
you
if
were
you-
going to say something
yeah.
there, Nelson.
I
Sorry.
don't really remember what I was
I'm
going to
sorry.
No, it's okay. I think what I was going to... there was something else I was going to say, but what I was going to say is, and I've repeated it before on this podcast, and I'm not one to make laws, and I'm not one to be a lawmaker. I think we should have unlawmaking sessions.
And I
should.
second that, yeah.
Yeah.
Thirded.
I just feel like that it would probably help a lot with safe driving and fatalities, and I know this isn't really related to alcohol driving, but I think every person in the Austin proper has to take a driving test once a year.
Yeah, that'd be a good
Your
idea.
first test is free. You fail that test, well, you pay the $15 to take the test again.
Well, I would say every 5 years.
No.
Yeah.
No.
I would say every 5 because you're gonna get into a lot of people and they've looked into this. And what they really started doing, especially in Texas for a little while, was testing the elderly. Testing those that are above 65 from retirement age on, and it was literally like you would have to go through a standard drive. They proposed it and it fell through, but they proposed a driving test every 3 to 5 years.
Once you hit a certain age, right?
Yeah, once you hit retirement age, you would have to take a physical driving test,
Right.
like every 3 years to keep your license.
See, but my test, I'm just talking about an internet test, not a physical driving test.
Well, and to go back, well, and you can absolutely do that to lower your insurance. You can take defensive driving every couple years.
But that has nothing to do with it. I'm talking about the people who have never taken defensive driving and the ones who've never even fucking taken a driving test, who just showed up into our country. I don't care if you're from out of this country or from this country, just came here.
Right.
Yeah.
And just got your fucking driver's license and went down to fucking, Dream Cars of Austin and talked to that whiny little fucking bitch.
Yeah.
And got a car from that fucker.
And hey, nobody's saying that.
Sorry, was that a bad plug?
I'm in a pickle, so you get it for a nickel.
Nobody's saying that, immigrants drive worse than Americans or anything like that. No. It's literally a different means of driving. It's a different way of driving. There are different ways to the laws and general rules.
Or how about the people that aren't from here?
The
people that aren't from here, it doesn't matter if you're from California.
That's what I'm talking about. It has nothing to do with Californians or Mexicans.
No.
Or Mexicanos.
But the thing is, the infrastructure
I don't like
do
Californians.
that wasn't very PC, but I said
No, but I mean, the infrastructure to put that into place and to make that actually happen, it just isn't there.
I know. It's not. It's never going to be. I've been turned down by
just
many politicians that I know personally. Now, that's just not going to work.
Granted, should somebody move here and transfer a license? Hell yeah, put them through an actual driving test.
Yeah. But you know what? They don't have to do that.
No, and that's what I'm saying, though. That is sound. To make everybody go through a driving test annually...
Yes.
Won't smack.
But I also feel like there needs to be a courtesy test, like how to wave when someone lets you in, how to use a turn signal when to merge lanes. Like,
but now
be respectful.
Courteous.
The problem is,
got to be courteous, kind of, right?
Exactly, but the problem is people think of driving is a fucking right. It's a privilege.
Right.
So treat it like a goddamn privilege, and don't think your fucking Escalade is bigger than my motorcycle, and you could just fucking fit your fat ass in because you have Californian plates. I don't give a shit. I'm just being stereotyping right now.
No,
I'm just saying I don't care.
I'm right there with you.
I don't care where you from.
I'm right there, Dad.
I don't fucking care where you're from. I'm just saying if you're gonna fucking move here, fucking drive like a goddamn ass. Don't drive like a fucking asshole.
Hey,
be fucking nice, fucking wave your hand. Use a fucking turn signal, man. It's not a big fucking
I
deal.
moved to Maine for 5 years, and
I'll fucking say.
There is a different way of driving here than there. There's a different way of driving in Houston than there is in Austin.
Oh
right,
God,
right.
Like, I know people from Austin that they just can't hack Houston.
Oh, yeah.
Okay.
And Houston's one of those, like, are you trying to fucking get there or what, gang?
Right.
Like, I'm trying to fucking get there.
Check this out.
In the next 3 minutes, we both gonna hit
This
traffic.
happened today. I'll tell you what happened today on the way over here, man. Like, okay, so I'm on 71 and I'm driving the speed limit.
Was it 3D?
And it was 3D. And there was one
Riveting.
guy in front of me, but then all of a sudden I seen him like kind of, he's in front of me, whatever.
Jerking
but I mean, it's not a lot of traffic, but he's in front of me. We're in the middle lane and he's slowing down, and I could tell he's drastically slowing down, and then so he jumps over into the left lane, the fast lane. The guy he's going around, there's no traffic going on, but there's this one guy, we're going to speed limit 60. This guy's going like
30.
It's some or other.
Yeah.
And he's just poking wrong.
Uh-huh.
It's
Yeah,
like,
yeah.
what the hell?
Like, get it moving, yo.
Yeah, it's like, hey,
we're on the
dude.
freeway, guy.
Yeah, like, oh my God.
What's worse is when they do that in the left lane.
Yeah. or like I was telling Steven earlier, I purposefully...
I'm like right there with Nelson.
On occasion, I'll end up in the right-hand lane without turning, but I purposefully don't do it. I purposefully don't get in that lane without turning right.
Mm-hmm.
Because it may just be the fiery Cajun inside of me or the redhead, but I want to reserve the right to bitch.
Right.
I want to reserve the right to bitch whenever I'm stuck in the right-hand lane behind some motherfucker that ain't turning right on a long-ass red light.
Oh,
You know?
yeah, and I had that
Well,
yesterday, too.
it's kind of like, well, no, it's kind of
Literally.
like today on the way back from buying the parts for the table, where
Oh, I remember that. Yeah, yeah.
where we were sitting there, and there's some dude that's literally blocking the intersection to go across the road
Yep.
from a side street
Yep.
at a red light. And it's like, you know, you
Right.
could have stopped with all room behind you
Right.
and left that open for other people to be able to either turn from the road onto the side street or from the side street into the other lane of traffic from the road.
Right.
Like the other people in the other lane saw fit to do it, but you didn't, and you're the one closest to the curb.
Right.
And, you know, it's interesting because we got off onto this jag from weed,
Righto, mate. Righto.
which only two of the three of us even partake in whenever it does happen. And that's a mystery. It's out there. Who knows?
You know what gets my knickers in a twist, mate?
What's that?
When I...
But what I was getting at was the fact that, you know, you look at people like Timothy Leary, he actually proposed the fact that all drugs should be legal. However...
Wasn't that Portugal that, like, legalized all drugs and they had, like, a huge drop in drug crime and drug usage?
Yeah. And
I don't know if
it wasn't
Portugal.
just that all drugs should be legal. It was that everybody...
I did hear
that
about
it
that.
should be government controlled.
Yeah.
And that everybody should have to take a test every year.
Yeah.
Everybody should have to get licensed in order to use certain drugs.
And then if you're so burnt out on that and you can't pass
That's
the
a
test,
good damn
you're
idea.
cut from
I think
it.
I'm down for that.
That's awesome. I've
It makes
never heard that
sense.
idea.
I mean-
Timothy Leary?
Timothy Leary.
I sucked him off once, but he never
It
told me
puts
that.
the end
That's
to
all
the
right.
drug war.
Well,
Yeah.
well, and that's just it. Do we want an end to the drug war? You know,
Certain people don't.
There was that little crack-a-lacka right there. There was a war against that for quite a while, called the temperance movement, that led to the entire, you know, prohibition era,
Yes.
which led to one of the
Temperance movement.
largest eras of crime and murder in our entire country's history.
Babyface?
You know, I mean, hell, the St. Valentine's Day Massacre
Yes.
was due to it.
Very true. Very
You
true.
know, and that just passed
Right.
the anniversary of it. So,
Right.
you know, if prohibition of things has done anything, it's shown us the fact that it only makes the problem worse.
Right.
Whenever you make it taboo, you only make the problem worse.
Right.
In addition to that, you have the fact that it's basically started to be medically legalized in a good third of states almost are now medically legal.
Yeah.
And the states that are recreationally legal aren't showing like any deaths from it. They're showing a little bit of an increase in, you know, not possession charges, but DUI charges, because people are driving while they're high, stuff like that. They were already driving while they were high. It's
Right.
just now it's legal to test them for weed. So.
Right. Exactly.
You know,
exactly.
but what it's shown more than anything is the increase in tax revenue.
Yeah.
And whenever you're looking at Colorado this last year that reported 6 times the tax revenue from marijuana sales than liquor.
Yeah. It's awesome.
6 times.
It's awesome.
And all that money is earmarked for schools, education, you know,
Yeah.
same way the liquor law is, same way that lottery is.
Right.
You know, it all goes to the same place.
Yeah.
So that's an incredible amount of tax revenue. And
Yeah.
whenever you're talking that, you know, studies are showing that it's not that harmful, it's not really bad for you, like tobacco is way worse for you, but that's legal at a certain age,
Mm-hmm.
you know?
I remember a post that I saw on Facebook, and don't quote me to the exact details of it, but I remember something that was like, it said, deaths caused by, marijuana, 0, alcohol, 1,000, police brutality, 12,000, war against terrorists, 200,000.
Yeah. And now, I'm not going to say that weed is the miracle plant. I'm not going to say that weed is for everybody. I'm not going to say that that lifestyle is for everybody. There are a lot of people that those choices and the choices to do that lead to worse choices.
Yes.
It's not a gateway drug.
No, it's
not
not.
nearly
like it
as
was
much
called
as
years ago.
nearly as much as alcohol is, and definitely not nearly as much as tobacco is.
Yes. Tobacco, I've seen a lot of tobacco users get onto prescription drugs.
I've never known anybody to truly be peer pressured into smoking reefer.
Right.
As per PSA, a public service announcement.
Well, and all the stoners that I've seen that ask you to smoke, if you say no, they're like, okay.
Cool,
like, they're not like, you gotta try it.
What do you mean, bro?
What are you, pussy?
Yeah.
You fucking pussy.
What'd you sew your vagina shut too?
Right, exactly.
Oh, hey, bro.
Hey, how you doing? We weren't talking about you.
Steven was out wazzle smurfing, and I gotta say, record
hey,
time.
how's that?
As soon as I heard the word vagina, I had to come back. What's
Record
going on,
time?
man?
What's going on, man?
How did that Wazzle Smith smell?
Well, I wazzled to the right and I wazzled to the left.
Did you wazzle up and wazzle down?
Yeah.
Sure did.
Wazzle smurfing Steven.
Is that what I smell?
And it just came out just right.
That's so weird.
Weird.
I'm confused.
Now I'm very uncomfortable.
Do you know what fucking gets my knickers in a twist, man?
Get it.
It's when I'm fucking at the roundabout and I'm a Bentley and some fucking asshole comes up in a goddamn Audi thinking he can fucking get around me, and I'm making the legal fucking U-turn. He comes up and just whips in front of me, taking the fucking yield to the right, and I'm stuck over here, and the cop pulls up and fucking gives me a ticket for not looking the fucker over, mate.
Damn.
Yeah.
That actually happened to you?
It fucking happened, mate.
When?
Oh, I don't know. 2 minutes ago.
2 minutes ago.
That's fucked up.
I know! It's fucking bullshit, mate.
It's right around the time I heard Virginia.
Fucking bloody whacker, mate. I swear to God.
Vagina sounds even weirder in a British
Wait,
accent.
did your fucking vagina just talk?
It normally does.
Holy shit. You need to brush your teeth. It stinks.
Oh my God.
There are lady listeners, boys.
Whoa, we have lady listeners?
She's my private dancer, dancing for money.
Hey, ladies, how
Do
about you
what
send
you
me an
want me to
intimate
do.
message?
Stephen only goes to the strip club on Tuesday dollar nights.
Yeah, but they don't play Tina Turner no more, so
Here's the thing. Here's my theory on strip clubs, all right?
Never been.
I look at strip clubs kind of like I look at a casino. And I've worked in a casino. They're only there for one thing, and that is to take your money.
Yep.
So at a casino, my general rule is to walk in with enough money for a very healthy bar tab. So I'm looking at maybe $75, $80, maybe $100. And that's if it's a wild night of drinking, my friend.
Is that a CRX Hondo?
I don't need anything crazy. I'll drink well.
That's 5 beers for me at the F1 track.
Nice.
Because you're paying $20 a beer.
Yep.
Because you go to an F1 race instead of NASCAR. But
Hey, I've been a NASCAR boy. Don't fucking.
$20 for a beer? I got one F1 for you, buddy.
And I learned that theory when I worked at a casino. Because the longer you play, the greater your likelihood of losing.
That's what she said.
So if you actually bring in enough for a healthy bar tab, you can sit and play quarter machines or something like that, dollar slots, and play for a decent amount of time and have fun. And just drink doubles.
Yep.
And keep drinking doubles.
That's what I want to do, actually. I want to go to a casino.
And if you make your $70, if you win whatever you walked in with, you take that money out to the car and you leave it and you come back in with what you walked in with.
Wait.
Wash,
you leave
rinse,
that
repeat.
shit in your car?
Well, you take it somewhere, but you don't
You
keep
put
it.
it in a safe in a car.
You don't keep it on your person.
Yeah.
Because
How
then
many people are you
you
with?
might be apt to spend it. You
Oh,
see?
I got you. Oh, it makes sense
So
now.
if you walk in with 50 and you win 50 on the slot machine,
go put it
feel
in.
free to leave, put the $50 in the car somewhere,
Right.
and
Now-
walk back in with the 50 that you've won and keep
And
gaming
now
and drinking.
it's a free night.
Exactly. So you don't lose. And at the
Exactly.
worst, you've had a good night of drinking.
Yep. And it was free.
And it was fun and it was free. You're not walking out $300 less.
Yeah, you got to control that.
Now, here's the same kind of theory applied at the strip club.
Oh. I never heard this.
Oh, yeah.
Yeah, how do you make money at a strip club?
Yeah.
No.
that's
It's not
exactly
about making money.
what-
It's not about making money. It's about breaking even. And it's about walking in with a decent amount of money and
And get
walking
your-
out with a decent amount of
Getting your
money.
socks off.
And not, like, oh my God, I just spent $200 at
Right.
the friggin' strip club.
And I
Oh,
didn't
sweet
touch your boob.
Oh, sweet baby Jesus, I couldn't touch a boob.
I
for
rubbed
$200.
my hand brush against her butt, and that's how I had to leave.
That's how I had relief. And that wasn't even Steven. But seriously, you wait for the long songs, or you go up and you request them.
Yes.
And I mean songs like,
12
like,
minutes.
yeah,
Chris
yeah.
is-
I'm
some
talking,
Styx.
well, Styx is tough. But you can definitely go with things like Hotel California.
Ah.
It's good and sultry and sexy.
Hey, y'all got
8
some.
minutes.
Y'all got some Dream Theater.
Right?
Yeah.
You got Montopolis Part 2?
Do you have some live Grateful Dead by chance? 28 minutes.
Do you have any boredoms?
Yes.
But yeah, you wait for the long songs, and as soon as you hear that beginning of like like I said, the Eagles, Hotel California, that's when you flag one
I
down
love playing that.
because you're gonna get a good 8 minutes.
Right?
You're gonna get a good long dance out of it.
Yeah.
There is no edited version of Hotel California, really.
Right.
So.
That's awesome. I never thought about
But
that.
you gotta look for the long songs, or know the good long songs like that a DJ doesn't mind playing every once in a while, because he ain't gonna play too many in a night.
Right.
Because he'll key on to it, especially if the same motherfucker is coming up and requesting songs that long.
How about Piston in the Wind by Ween?
Oh, possibly.
Would they play that? That'd be
For enough
interesting.
money, that DJ will play anything.
How about Piss Up a Rope?
How about Don't You Eat That Yellow Snow? If you're in that kind of club.
Yeah. Or Tommy the Cat.
Oh, I like Tommy the Cat.
Say baby, do you want to lay down with me?
Yeah.
Say
Say,
baby, do you
baby.
want to lay down with me?
Say,
Say
baby.
baby, do you want to lay down with me? Say baby. Say baby.
Say, baby, you don't crack like me. Say, baby, you don't crack like me.
Say
Say,
baby, do you want to lay down with me? Say baby, do you want to suck my dick? Say baby. Say baby.
Wow.
Ain't
Nelson
that
Kugle,
really
ladies
good?
and gentlemen. Nelson Kugle.
Yeah.
Harumph.
I was gonna say, where's our little sound bits?
I know, that's what I'm saying. That's the stuff that I want to get going. It's gonna be fun. You're gonna have a whole soundboard to be able to put stuff out. That'll be great.
Cool, dude.
Yeah. So, but yeah, literally,
And it's in the works.
Timothy Leary had considered the licensing of people to use drugs at one point.
Oh, that's where this conversation.
That is where that whole conversation stemmed from strip clubs and everything.
I just had a heart on the whole time. I was
Anything
wondering
that
where it
can
came
Because we were talking about boobs for like the last 10 minutes.
Stop my bubbles.
No, I think Timothy had a good point. That's very good. I dig that. That's a good.
It's a great theory.
It kind of goes
off.
off and beyond of what I thought this whole time,
'Cause-
and I thought I was the only one who's like,
You know what's funny?
I
Go
really
ahead.
thought the LSD movement, in the Timothy Leary era and all that. I thought that it was kind of like it was expanding people's minds, and it was something the government didn't want going on because you had the movements and all that, and people standing up and like, hey, this and that, and now you don't have that so much. And
Well, I think the government didn't like it so much because their big secret got out myself.
Yeah, right.
If you look at MK Ultra, that whole program
Right.
stemmed from using LSD
right,
and dosing the unknowing public. And the day that it went out and got out
yeah,
and became a
Yeah.
part of the underground movement, became something, it really kind of changed their whole paradigm on that and really gave them, I think, a much larger social structure to look at it on. Because until then, they were doing some random tests on people in social situations. But until that time, they really didn't get to see mass amounts of people under the influence of this drug
Right.
at the same time.
and that's what they.
And whenever
needed.
you start looking at things like Woodstock and stuff like that, could it have possibly been a government experiment? Maybe.
Right.
Could the LSD have been leaked to the population and to that movement through channels? Most definitely. For the purpose of seeing that, yes. But I think at some point they cued into the fact that it's it's a certain relegation of the public that, number one, legal, not legal, regardless, is going to do that.
Right.
There's only a certain percentage of the public that's going to do that to begin with. Whether you make acid legal or not legal, whether you make weed legal or not legal. Look at California. Look at the recreational use of marijuana in Colorado. You don't see like suddenly 80% of the populace smoking reefer.
Right.
It's about the same percent. The only difference is it's friggin' legal now, and they ain't going to get arrested.
Yeah, they could. Yeah.
You know, now that doesn't mean that you're legal to go out to the public park. You're just as legal to go out to the public park and drink one of these beers.
Right.
And good luck with that, because you can be ticketed for it. It's a public park. You're not supposed to have beer there.
No.
I don't care what you say about your disc golf course or what have you.
Yeah, my
It's a
disc golf
public
course.
frigging park. You aren't supposed to bring a six-pack there.
Nope.
Right.
Technically, you're not supposed to bring your joint there either.
Technically.
But who's stopping me?
Chris is
I see a lot more people with a
technically.
six-pack than I do a joint.
Right.
Whenever I go out and play disc golf.
Yep.
Yeah.
And I don't bring I don't bring a joint with me while I disc
I got
golf.
me some rice.
But
I think Miles has something to say real quick.
what's that?
When I go fucking golfing, I bring a joint with me too, mate.
Yeah.
You know, because I feel like being out there in the golf course, you know.
I believe that y'all normally, if I'm not mistaken, call it a spleef.
No, because I'm from Northern Europe, and so we call it golf. You know, and
No,
you know my fucking mates.
Spleef, your joint.
Oh, my fag. Well,
Yeah, no, not your fag.
my fags, my
A
smokes, my cigarettes.
spleef is technically a mix between marijuana
Pablo's
and
Americanized.
Well,
it's like a fag joint
I still
Yeah, right.
call my wife.
because it's a mix of marijuana and tobacco, and that's what most Europeans
spleef.
smoke.
I still call my wife's ass a fanny, you know, and out in the public, you know, I smack a fanny,
I was gonna say.
and everyone's like, what the fuck you doing, mate? Why are you touching a fanny in public? I'm like, no, man, I'm touching a fanny. And they're like, no, mate, where the fuck you from? So anyways, what I'm trying to say
I like
is when
the
I'm
fame.
golfing, I like to have a joint with me, you know.
Yeah.
Miles, we got it. We got it. Sorry
got it,
about
dude.
that. I didn't mean to bring them in.
Not
here.
Pablo, it was
It's all
Miles.
But yeah, you know, it's definitely one of those. I think that especially the use of LSD and all that was a purposeful leak by the government. I really think that was their means by which to put it into a large social standing and see what happened if a mass population
Did
was
you
exposed
ever
to
hear
it.
this thing that came out? It leaked out, and this woman had the leaks on it.
She was leaking?
God
She
bless
was
you.
leaking, man. I tell you, she leaked all the way into this room and out the room.
What
No.
was she leaking about?
She,
It was that time of month.
yeah, exactly. She had problems. No, that the government paid
Poked
the
her?
DuPont family at the time back in the 60s or whatnot. During the time Rolling Stones went and stayed with the DuPonts, and the government paid the DuPonts to distribute LSD and gave them a buttload of it. And there was a transfer of funds to the DuPonts from the government, and I guess LSD or whatever.
Yeah, I don't know about all that,
Yeah.
quite honestly.
Yeah.
I mean, I do know that part of the reason that marijuana has been illegal for so long, and especially the hemp industry in America has been stymied for so long, is because of people like the DuPonts.
Yes.
Who owned vested interests in the process of turning petroleum into paint.
Mm-hmm.
Hempstead, Texas, used to actually grow all of the hemp for Sherwin-Williams paint.
Really?
All of the original Sherwin-Williams paint was actually traditional hemp oil-based paint.
Wow.
And that's where Hempstead got its name. It grew hemp. Not
Wow.
marijuana,
Yeah.
hemp.
The
Hemp.
male?
Used to be,
Male plant?
yeah,
Yeah.
used to be, and there's a small amount of THC inside of there.
Right,
but,
right.
You know, whenever you're talking industrial grade stuff,
Yeah, you need like this much.
yeah,
Yeah.
it's you know, even at one point, the legal currency of America was written on hemp paper.
Mhm.
And
Right.
at one point, legal tinder those words on your dollar bill actually meant that you were actively trading and bartering in hemp.
Mm-hmm.
Wow, that's got to say something.
So,
Dude, there's a lot of...
Yeah.
our country was founded on it. I mean, our uniforms for the military are made out of it, our clothes, everything. And at one point,
ridiculous.
what happened right up around the same time that marijuana was illegalized, due to the huge jazz movement in America, stuff like that, it became a big fear factor. There was a case right down in the southern border of Texas where I want to say it was a Hispanic guy that had raped a white woman or something like that, and it became a black guy that raped a white woman, and that he was high on weed, and it became then known as loco weed, and things started going crazy from that point on, and the whole movement for temperance had already happened, and then this happens. The temperance movement, which begat prohibition, and this was like the new temperance movement, but it was a means by which to keep all of that in check, keep the jazz music in check, keep just really, it was, a lot of it was racially motivated.
Right.
And it became the tax stamp, which meant that, sure, you could grow hemp, but you had to have a federal tax stamp first. But in order to get the tax stamp, you had to show the hemp, which was technically illegal. To grow without the tax stamp.
We got a catch-22 going on here.
So,
and that's the government.
That's what the whole government tax stamp
one.
law was. And that's where the beginnings of it started. And in the interim, petroleum came about and became the base for paints and stuff like that. And DuPont actually owned the patent on the sulfuric acid process that turns wood pulp into paper. You don't need that process with hemp.
Oh.
Oh, really?
I didn't know that. You can make hemp paper without the sulfuric acid process and all the toxins and everything else. However, what are you going to do with the paper industry in America now?
Oh, yeah.
Is that why I'm so stupid from eating so much paper in kindergarten?
Partially, yeah.
Once again.
Licking all that paper, dude. But yeah, that's a lot of where the marijuana laws started in America.
Wow.
And the history of that. To go
Is there
back
any
and look at
books
that.
on that?
Oh yeah, most
We'll have to
definitely.
check that shit out.
One of the best places that you can actually check is Normal.
Normal.
NORML.
ML, yeah.
Normal, I believe it may be .gov. It may be
My
.org.
roommate Brian Curley grew. He had 2 farms in Cali. He grew for the longest time, but he and one of the guys kind of pretty much started Normal, and he did a lot of the filmography, and they did a lot of filming at his ranch there.
And it's been known for years. Hell, it came out all of a few months ago. It actually leaked through the FDA. Look it up, folks. Google it. FDA admits marijuana kills cancer.
Yeah. There's not that's...
I think I've seen that recently, actually. Yeah, I think I've seen that.
It still fathoms me.
Pretty sure I've seen that.
Not only does it solve the nausea for all of the horrible, horrible cancer treatments,
right?
And it makes you sleep really well.
Marijuana oil put on the cancer cells kills the shit.
Wow.
Like, it's been shown. It's been done in studies, and there is medical use for marijuana. There's huge medical use for marijuana. It was one of the hemp oil. Marijuana oil was one of the original things carried by doctors all across America. All across America, you'd be hard pressed to find a doctor without a bottle of hemp oil,
right?
To be able to give you a couple drops and cure whatever ails you.
Yeah. For sure.
And at some point it stopped. And it became anathema. And it was right up around the Great Depression, right after all the prohibition and everything else. And it was right up around the same time that the FDA came about, and that you started, one of the most interesting things that you hear Joe Rogan say all the time.
Oh, I like Joe Rogan.
Why is it that marijuana is on the same scale or worse on the federal government drug list than methamphetamine?
I know.
Than cocaine.
Right.
Why?
I know. It's so sad. It's so sad and pathetic. Because first off, prisons are privately owned. The government makes so much money when they can incarcerate someone off of something so stupid. So that's why they have to make things like that are very popular illegal, because the government in the U.S. finance makes a shit ton of money. And they put so many private businesses into, billionaires.
Yeah, well, and not just that, but you look at any medical studies of the effects of marijuana and what it does. It's nowhere. Having a joint is, for most people, and I say most people, like a good 60-70% of the populace, no worse than having a couple beers.
Yeah.
At the end of the day, as far as mental impairedness. Now, granted, that's not to say that everybody that stops on their way home from work for 2 hours at the bar has 2 beers.
Right.
The average person in average weight, I look at myself, I'm a beer and a half before I'm legally over the limit.
Yes.
And that's a beer and a half in an hour. So
right. I heard recently they lowered it too, which sucks.
They were looking at lower it. I don't know that
which
it
is
passed.
so ridiculous. It makes anybody that had one beer, you're totally over. And
how about that district attorney from Austin who was caught pretty south?
Rosemary Lindbergh.
Yeah.
Rosemary
that ran over the...
And you said assistant. Her assistant was, I believe, the guy under her also got caught. But she was totally red-handed with the damn empty vodka bottle in the damn car.
It was, do you know who I am?
Yeah.
On
I heard it.
Audio.
It was incredible.
Yeah.
So how?
And what is she doing? Still sitting around making $300,000?
And I think she still is.
Yeah, she's still banking.
Yeah.
Yep.
It was a slap on the hand.
Yeah.
I don't know how many days. I thought it was 40, but I could be wrong. But
wait, who are you?
Yeah, I don't know.
That's okay.
Yeah. Oh God, no! I
that's
get
anybody
in jail.
Anybody else that's 20 to 30,000 in fines plus a ruining of your life.
Oh wait,
a ruining of your life.
Wait, you're a mid-class citizen?
Yeah.
And you're white? Oh, I'm sorry. You got to go to jail for 30 years.
Yeah.
Right.
Well, it's horrifying what's happened to DUIs and the state of DWIs in this country, and especially.
And then Rick Perry did what he did.
I'm sorry, it's Prick Perry.
Yeah, that one, that one. Stopped her funding or whatever because of that, and yada yada.
I'm not trying to give the government any sort of leniency right now, but I remember I remember when I was a youngster with my dad, working with him over the summer. On our way home, he would stop at the Circle K, which was just a mile or two up the block, and grab a tall boy and sip on it on the way home. The problem that I feel has happened is irresponsibility,
right?
And not taking account for your own actions, not being mindful about yourself and mindful about the situation that you're in.
Right.
You could be the most legit, the most comprehensible person that I could possibly know.
Right.
But if you are in a state of mind and you decide to go get that beer, that can fuck you up. And that's what I feel like has caused this root of issues with the majority masses of people who don't feel like, why is this happening to me? Why
I said though, you that presupposes the fact that most people are going to go out and drink that much before they drive. Most people won't.
Yeah, no.
Law or no law.
Right.
Most people won't.
Right.
And that's like a good 70%, 80% of the populace.
I know.
It's about the same percentage.
There's a lot of responsible drinkers.
Yeah.
Yep.
Yeah, there's a lot of people that know their limits and know that, hey, I'm out to dinner for 2 or 3 hours. I should only have a few drinks.
And that's the thing, is there's just so many issues. It's like, where does this come from? You can blame it on a million different things. You can blame it on TV.
Well,
you can blame it on, the dumbness of America and the idiocracy that's getting pumped into our mainstream. But it's shameful that it has to come down. It's come down to that.
Yeah. No, it has. You couldn't have put it better. It has come down to idiocracy.
Yep.
Straight up. Brando.
Yeah. Good movie.
It's got what plants want.
Yes.
It's got what plants crave.
Yeah.
But it's got what plants crave.
It's got what plants crave.
Electrolytes. It's what plants crave.
And sugar and aspartame and
yeah, but it's got electrolytes.
Yeah.
That's what plants crave.
Yeah.
Good movie. We should watch that.
We should.
We should do that for
We
the
should.
next movie.
We should have a
I
total
have it on
Dudes and
DVD.
Beer. All right.
You got it?
Done.
All right.
Done.
Let's do it.
Dudes and Beer movie night coming up.
Yeah.
With some
Idiocracy.
with some badass idiocracy. Hell yeah. Hell yeah. I'm down with that.
Let's do it.
On that note, gentlemen,
Oh, is it that time already?
it is that time already.
Hey, Miles, say goodnight.
realize it.
Say goodnight, Miles.
Oh, good night, you fucking mates. You know, it's been a fucking privilege.
Yeah, cheerio.
Pablo.
I just
Good night,
I
Pablo.
want to say a few words. I want to
Hip
thank
hip up your chimney. Yeah.
you know, I'm pretty fucking offended by that, Christopher. That's very rude.
As Christopher Robbins.
I really
Pooh Bear out of this shit.
I don't understand why you have to fucking offend me. I'm a guest on your show.
Because I love you, Miles. That's why.
Because
love
Miles
You
you.
is...
sexy bastard. When
All right, you know what? Fucking prost. Good night.
Good night.
Good night.
Good night.
Keep them frosty, everybody.
Keep 'em frosty.
If you can't be good, be good at it.
Wondering what our dreams might be worth.
You've been listening to the Dudes and Beer podcast. Visit us online at www.dudesandbeer.com. Find our audio streams on soundcloud.com and spreaker.com/Dudes and Beer. Follow us on Facebook /Dudes and Beer. Thanks for listening, everybody. And until next time, drink responsibly.